Good morning, ma'am. My name is Germa Plaza Fernandez, and I am going to discuss the Article 3, Section 12. The government is too powerful, and one way to limit their power is through the Bill of Rights, which is sometimes called as the Declaration of Rights or the Charter of Rights. It is the list of the most important rights to the citizens of a country. Here is the fun fact. Did you know that the Bill of Rights serves as our protection against violation from the government of any individuals? That is why we should study the 1987 Philippine Constitution, also known as the Bill of Rights. In this video, we will talk about the Article 3, Section 12. If you are arrested or detained, you must know these rights. The Constitution remains in effect even in times of emergency, such as during martial law. This means that rights during arrest or detention remains in place. The 1987 Philippine Constitution guarantees that no Filipino shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. As long as the citizens abides the law, he/she should not be in trouble. But what if you were apprehended by authorities for some reason in times of emergency, like the recent declaration of martial law here in Mindanao? You're picked up due to supposed security concerns. Remember, the Constitution remains in effect even during those times along with relevant laws and ordinances. The Constitution makes sure citizens' rights continue to be respected. Article 3, Section 12 of the 1987 Constitution, also known as the Bill of Rights, states that any person under investigation for the commission of a crime or offense shall have the right to be informed of his right to silence and to have competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own choice. If you can't afford a lawyer, the state will provide you with one. The right to remain silent is emphasized because any statement you give can be used against you in the court. Likewise, it is your right to call or have access to a lawyer at all times throughout the ordeal of arrest or detention. These rights cannot be waived except in writing in the presence of counsel, says the Constitution. If you are being arrested, you should know these additional rights. Know the reason of your arrest via an arrest warrant, which you should ask for. Ask for the identity and authority of the arresting officer. Be promptly brought before a judge and be entitled to a trial within a reasonable time, or to be entitled to release subject to guarantees to appear for trial. Demand physical examination by an independent and competent doctor of your choice before and after interrogation as stated in Republic Act 9745 or the Anti-Torture Act. A manual on law enforcement for citizens prepared by the Philippine National Police, in fact, says that prior to release or any change of custody, you will be physically examined. Physical examination is already part of the police bookings procedures immediately after an arrest. The Free Legal Assistance Group, which is FLAG, in its primer on human rights also recommends that you should stay calm, not resist arrest or offer any physical resistance, and ask relative, friends, or even anybody to witness the arrest. Make sure to get a witness name and address. FLAG also suggests you ask the arresting officer where you will be brought and be accompanied by the witness of your arrest. Do not agree to be blindfolded. If authorities invite you for questioning, says you will first consult your lawyer who will arrange a date, time, and place for your questioning. If they insist in taking you with them, their acts become tantamount to an arrest. This is different from custodial investigation, where you are taken into police custody for the interrogation because you are considered a suspect and therefore are being investigated as a potential accused in a criminal case. Usually, custodial investigation follows warrantless arrest. In short, if the invitation of questioning is not really an invitation, but more of a deprivation of liberty, it becomes equivalent to custodial investigation. Authorities may conduct a warrantless arrest, but only for the following grounds. When the person to be arrested has committed, is actually committing or attempting to commit an offense in the presence of an arresting officer. When an offense has just been committed and the arresting officer has probable cause, based on a personal knowledge of facts and circumstance to believe that the person to be arrested has committed a crime. When the person has escaped prison detention or escaped while being transferred to another facility. If you are arrested without warrant, you can only be detained for 12 hours for light offenses, which are punishable by light penalties. 18 hours for less grave offenses, punishable by correctional penalties, and 36 hours, which are punishable by capital penalties. As a general rule, inquest proceedings where a civilian prosecutor determines the legality of an arrest are included in these time periods. During detention, if you are arrested or detained, you are entitled to the following rights according to FLAG. Be treated as human being, due process including being informed of written regulation in the detention center, and not being subjected to harsh, excessive, or inhuman punishment such as corporal punishment or solitary confinement. Receive visits from family, friends, and lawyers, and practice your religion. Adequate food, clothing, and health accommodation, and to be furnished with or to procure reading or writing materials. Be kept separated from convicts serving sentence. Speedy, impartial, and public trial as likewise provided by the Constitution according to Republic Act 7438. A person arrested or detained under custodial investigation shall be allowed to visit by any member of his immediate family, a doctor, priest, religious minister chosen by him or her, the immediate family, or by his/her counsel, any non-governmental organization accredited by Commission on Human Rights for National NGOs, or the Office of the President for International NGOs. Article 7438 defines a person's immediate family as his/her spouse, fiancé, parent or child, brother or sister, grandparents, aunt, uncle, nephew or niece, and guardian or ward. Here are some illegal acts. The following acts are illegal according to the Bill of Rights of the Constitution: unreasonable searches and seizures, use of torture, force, violence, threat, intimidation, or any other means which violate or impair the free will, use of secret detention places, solitary, incommunicado, or other similar forms of detention, use of a confession or admission obtained in violation of Article 3, Section 17 of the Constitution, which says, "No person shall be compelled to be a witness to against himself. Detention solely by reason of his political beliefs and aspirations, involuntary servitude in any form, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, imposition of excessive fines, infliction of cruel, degrading, or inhuman punishment, imprisonment for debt or non-payment of full tax." Thank you for watching. This is Germa Blasa Fernandez, and all I can say to all of you, if you have rights, you must fight for it.